After every week in the NFL, there are going to be some fans that need to seek therapy. This week, a shocker, honestly, something that if you told me 5 years ago, I would just laugh and say that's not a thing. This week, the Patriots and Bill Belichick. Those are the people that need to seek therapy. I never thought this would be something that I'd ever said, but here we are. Mac Jones throws 3 interceptions. Bill Belichick is facing a 1-2 start, and to make matters worse, next week they are hosting Tampa Bay. Tom Brady and Tampa Bay. And Tom Brady is going to be coming in very upset over his Week 3 loss. And you know he's going to be out for blood. I can see this being one of those games where Tampa goes up by 2 scores and they do not take their foot off of the gas pedal. And what I know about Bruce Arians, I think he's going to let it happen. I think he's going to say no conservative game call today, keep piling it on. I think this is going to be a brutal blowout because I think Tom Brady is doing his revenge tour right now. I am sorry, Patriots fans. I know this was a rough week for you. If you think this was bad, my predictions for next week, you don't even want to know. I will talk a little bit about the Saints game while we have this time. So the Saints did return to Week 1 form. Jameis Winston did have that absurd touchdown pass that should have been probably an interception. Conservative Jameis Winston. I think we're going to keep seeing that as we move on. Patriots look uninspired, unimpressive, talentless. I don't know how Mac Jones feels or how people feel about Mac Jones after that, but very, very, very unimpressive performance by the Patriots in that game. Who do you got, Zach?
I'm talking about Bengals Steelers, and by that I mean I'm talking about the Steelers. You know, I would talk about Washington, but I've got a whole segment on them, so you'll never see them on that. That would have been my first choice.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Steelers because being a Steelers fan, there's a lot of history into being a Steelers fan. History of being a jerk and being really excited about your team and being like, Stairway to 7, we're the best, we're so good. But not realizing that the 70s were already 50 years ago. So everybody our age, you've been enjoying a sham of a team that has 2 Super Bowl wins, one of which they shouldn't have won against the Cardinals. I digress.
I agree.
I'm moving on from that. Anyways, the Steelers look done. They look spent. They look over. They look like they were quitting. Ben Roethlisberger looks terrible. He looked washed last year. And the fact that they didn't bench him for Dwayne Haskins or Mason Rudolph is almost shocking to me because Ben Roethlisberger looks like the kind of guy that they should pull and never play again. Kind of like what the Giants did with Eli Manning when they had Daniel Jones go in. Until Daniel Jones got hurt, they were never intending on playing Eli Manning again. Do that with Ben. It's over. Najee Harris is their number 1 playmaker. He had 19 targets in an offense that features Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster. I know Deontay Johnson's hurt. That tight end, I can't remember his name, from Penn State.
Oh, yeah, he's got a complicated name. Don't even worry about it.
It's like Pat Freiermuth.
Freiermuth.
Yeah, him. The guy, him. You know, you've got all that going on, but you're still targeting your running back 19 times. That is a sign that the offensive line is bad and that the quarterback has no arm strength. And Steelers fans, I'm sorry. Go seek therapy.
As someone who is in AFC North, there is a rule in AFC North, and that is that you have to win your games against the Browns, and that's not as true anymore, and you have to win your games against the Bengals. As of right now, I believe the Steelers have lost their last 2 games against the Bengals, and they have lost their last 2 games against the Browns. It's time to panic. Hit the panic button.